My name is Eddie Resto, and you're watching ESP TV.
Hi, I'm Pancho Tomaselli, and I'm here to show you the guitar of the week, which happens to be my own LTD ESP PT-4. PT for Pancho Tomaselli, 4 strings. Design, of course, taking in consideration my line of work with both bands, war and film. Aesthetically, it looks just a little bit like a jazz bass, because if you're a professional bass player, jazz basses are the bass to have for the regular gig, for an everyday work. A jazz bass, a P bass, etc. I opted for the jazz bass because of its diversability, you know, the pickup configuration as opposed to the P bass. It has a really thin neck, just like an early jazz bass, with black perlo inlays. Neck is consistent on straight out flat maple, which is very steady, as opposed to ebony and rosewood, which tends to move if you go from different climates, you know, from, like, say, a cold gig in New York to a warm gig in New Orleans, your neck tends to shift. Not with maple. It comes with ESP tuners, very steady, pretty old school approach, just, you know, easy. I put the signature in the back just because it looks better when it's clean with no signature in the front, you know. Then like any other ESP design, it has this little angle right here for the extra reach for the frets, which is amazing. No other jazz basses have that contour right here, this little valley, this little curvature here, which I love. Then I opted to put the truss rod adjustment in the front, just so you have easy access. You don't have to take the plate out, you don't have to use an Allen wrench. You just need a little screwdriver or a little strong stick, and you can manipulate or shift if the neck has moved. You can do it right on stage if you want. You know, loosen the strings a little bit, get it worked, it's done. No need to take nothing out. Easy, to the point. Even at the airport, I've twisted this neck at the airport before the gig. You know, it's easy. Pickups. Of course, it has the jazz bass configuration pickup system right here. And I opted with the EMG X's because of my line of duty, again, with Dave's band and film, and then with Lonnie's band, War. You know, they're completely two different tones, but I needed a pickup that is versatile enough to accommodate a low tuning, like a C sharp. I'll show you later with my film basses, they're all tuned down in a minor third, C sharp, F sharp. The War basses are, you know, standard E tuning. I opted for these pickups, because they can take me through both styles with the proper tones, you know. Try and roll off the highs when I play with War, you know, and crank the bass and use the front pickup. You know, like that kind of dull bass. It's kind of like the tone I use with War, that low. For film, I tend to do just both pickups, everything flat, same bass, same specs. The only thing that changes is that it's tuned low to C sharp, F sharp, B, and E, right? Right? And it cuts right through because of my MGXs. They got the power to project those low tunings and make them cool, you know, and so you can hear them, so it's not just mud up there, you know. You can do the slap too. So just my point is that it does translate beautifully, you know. I mean, using the same kind of pickups, the same kind of bass, tuning it low, tuning it high. You can use one bass for one gig. no matter what style it is. Anyway, this pickup system, going back to the pickups, comes with, of course, the EMGXs, but my bass, what I did is I put a BTC control for extra bass, you know, let's put it all flat. You have a BTC control for extra bass, BTC control for extra treble, right? You have a balanced DI, right? Meaning, when I say balance, is usually in the original jazz basses, when you have both pickups going, you tend to have some kind of cancellation, so you lose a little bit of level. When you have a balanced DI, then you don't have that problem, you know? So here's my blend, you know, neck pickup, bridge pickup, and then I have my master volume right here. I try to keep the three knobs kind of like the original traditional jazz bass design, because you know we are all used to that in our brains as bass players. You're a professional bass player, you can relate to a jazz bass. Underneath this pod, if you take this plate out, there's a little square with a little box that has different frequency range controls that you can use if you want more high end, if you want more mid range, you know, if you want to take off a little bit of the high end, or if you want to add mid range or low end, you can pop this out and switch it to whatever tone you want, which I thought it was great, you know. All right, it has a high density go-to bridge for the extra low end, you know, solid bridge, I love it. I opted for a matte black finish because like a couple of weeks ago I played with film at a really stinky rock club in New Jersey. 2 days later I was playing for Vice President Biden in Washington in Union Station. Same bass, but instead of wearing shorts and a black shirt, I was wearing a tuxedo. You know what I'm saying? Same bass. So it looks good, the matte black. You can wear it with shorts, you can wear it with a tuxedo, or like, you know, for wherever use you need. If you liked what you saw, and if you like my bass, just you can find it at your local ESP dealer. If not, just call us. They're the 1-800 numbers on the website. All right? Peace. That's how I like to kick the shit out of this bass.